What I'm going to do is, since y'all are still looking at those cells, I'm just going to talk a little bit louder. That way y'all can look and listen at the same time. That goes for anybody else down through here. Now this is just North Hall. This was the first set of cells ever built. It's 4 tiers tall on each side. So there's 160 cells in this one room. Well, when this was general population, we didn't have enough room for all these inmates, so we had to cram them in each cell. These cells are 5 by 7, and we didn't have anywhere else to put them, so we just put 3 inmates per cell. You had a top bunk, a bottom bunk, and the third one, or the weak one of the cell, has to sleep in the floor. Now these 4 cells right here only house 1 person, and that would be worst of the worst. That's why if you killed enough people, or you were bad enough, you got your own cell and your own shower. Now, this North Hall section was nicknamed Blood Alley from all the murders and suicides that happened in here. It was so popular that you could actually be housed in San Quentin in California. You tell one of them inmates, yeah, I got a brother that's housed in Blood Alley, they know exactly which prison you're talking about. That's how violent we were. Now, you'll notice this chained-in area where we were just walking through, all of this was original, and this was for the officers doing the feedings. They had to be in full riot gear because of how dangerous these guys were. Well, you'll also notice these out, the top 2 tiers are chain link. They used to not be. Well, the reason why they had to put chain link up there is because you'll notice the ceiling fans, they're pretty dusty, right? Well, it's not dust, that is soot from the fires that the inmates started in here. They would actually set stuff on fire and throw it off the top tier to try to break through this fence to get to the officer. So you'll also check out a couple different spots that are bent down a little bit more than others. That's because they would light other inmates on fire and throw them off the top tier. That's why the officer had to be in full riot gear. And he also had to be unarmed because when he did the feedings, these inmates would try to stab you. Well, one inmate was actually successful. One officer was walking down through here and got his face too close to the bean hole, and the inmate had stashed away a broomstick. Well, when the inmate saw the officer's face, he ran that broomstick straight through the bean hole and caught the officer in the mouth, breaking out all of his front teeth. Like I said, these officers only got paid $8 an hour to deal with all of this. Now they're making weapons using the inside of their doors. The metal plates on the inside of the doors here, you'll notice pieces are missing off of them. That's because the inmates were using 3 objects that the state was required to give them. Comet, the cleaning chemical to clean their cells, disposable razor, and dental floss. Well, what they'll do is they'll lather up the metal plates with Comet, since it is a corrosive chemical. They're going to take their disposable razor or dental floss and lightly score the metal, which means you just do it up and down very lightly. Eventually you're going to get scratch marks. You reapply the Comet, since it is corrosive, it's going to make them bigger. And eventually you keep repeating those steps, you can wiggle a piece of metal and break it clean off. And they also use their floor as a major whetstone to sharpen their shanks. That's why whenever y'all check these cells out, you'll notice scratch marks in the floor from the inmates. Now that y'all are looking at those, what we can do now is kind of just head this way.
So let's do something. Interaction. Oh wow. This is so different. Wow, that's... Sorry about that. Oh, this is it.
Oh, I see.
Oh, yeah.
That's the handicap.
That's where they cut it out for the wheelchair.
Ah.
Oh, there's a lever that pulls the safety.
Oh. What did you do?
What?
What did you do?
I didn't do nothing.
What did you do? Oh, this is my favorite part. Last time I went through here, it was, yeah, it's funny is, last time I went through here, when I went towards that area, this is where I felt like a dark energy. And it's because it's like the past. But it's like, you go through that section, it's so different.
That's because that right down there, up above there, is the psych ward
Oh, really?
and the infirmary.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So it was really,
Each time I go up there, it's always something different with me.
oh, so that's like a natural feeling like you were.
It just kind of feels like somebody's pushing on my chest. Kind of hard to breathe when I go up there each time. All right, guys. Well, this is the administration hallway. Fun fact again, this all used to be open to the public.
Wow. So I don't think I ever checked this part out
Don't be
before.
locked in here.
You know what? I'm trying to save battery for our other, if we decide to do something else. Did you get, did you try anything in the other one?
What?
You try anything in the other cell?
No.
Nothing?
Well, no, I just didn't try it because I
For
didn't.
anybody who's coming back this way, whenever y'all are done with the wheel, y'all can hang out over here and look at one of the old visitation rooms, and right here's the barber shop.
I found out going through that way is where the old psych ward used to be. It's actually pretty big for a barber shop.
Was the barber next to me? I'm sorry, I'm such a jackwagon. I just keep making jokes.
No, we didn't have Mr. Talk here.
I was curious though, with the Sugar Shack, like, well, no, I know where that is, but like the lights, like, it looked like, you know, in pictures you could actually see it, but like, was it always pitch black, or did it have lights?
It was pitch black, but then they just had some cheap lights around the walls.
Oh, okay, so it did have some lights.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
I said you the sugar
if
shack.
people don't feel like getting wet, well, we got the bathroom right here that just has an awning over it. It doesn't matter. Everybody.
This is where the bathroom is.
There he is.
Well, this is just the, this is just the south yard. This is actually what, they could actually be out here from 8 o'clock in the morning to 10 o'clock at night if they honestly wanted to. The bus and the